guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is the first day of the Craftober Spooktacular. So, today we're going to be doing interesting things with some puffy paint, wax paper, and some kind of template. You can use whatever, but I had that, so we're going with that. Without further ado, let's get into it. I did a few test runs with this stuff on wax paper, and you can, if it focuses, there we go. You can kind of see that it came off cleanly, and it's still sticky on the other side. On the tin foil, it can come off, but it's very stuck on there. And the parchment paper, it just tears if you try and take it off. So we're going with the wax paper. First, we're doing Mr. Pumpkin. It's got a nozzle tip on the end. Apply product kind of evenly. And there's like glow in the dark, like we've got with the regular transparent one over there. It doesn't glow all that well, but you know, it's there if you want it. And I just want this guy for this particular one, so I'm just connecting the side on that end. And you can go however thick or thin you want it. I did it on that side, so smooth it out. And the Pumpkin King crown's kind of an interesting detail, so we'll leave that in. It doesn't have to be an exact science, it's just go with however the art decides it wants to be. And we're gonna fill in a lot of this, so I'm not too worried about lines and whatnot. Is my head in the way? I don't know. We'll see in the post. Okay. Okay, and just to give you guys an idea, this stuff takes like 4 to 6 hours to dry fully. It's not like hot glue sort of stuff that you can 20 minutes after you make it, so you know, you might want to plan a little bit of time to just let it have a sit. And you could apply this stuff with a paintbrush if you wanted to. Now, when you're working with this stuff, just make sure you wipe the applicator bits off before you put the cap back on, otherwise it might stick together, and then it's just annoying to try and work with afterwards. So, we've got that guy. And just because, you know, I'm feeling the colors right now, let's add some yellow and maybe a little bit of green to Mr. Pumpkinhead. base of it down. I'm going to go in with some of the glow in the dark. Let's see what happens. Just to add some highlights. Especially while it's still wet, keep your hand away from it. Right. If you're mixing colors, just be careful when you're using the applicator. You might need to squirt some out. So if you look, there was some, if it ever focuses, there was some black in the orange. There we go. Okay. And now I'm just going around the edge to clean it up a little bit. For the pumpkin, we filled in everything and it's pretty high density. For this guy, I'm gonna try and just do the out. Hey guys, so technically you only need to leave the puffy paint to dry for like 4 hours or so. It's been about 3 or 4 days because life happened. So, the big reveal, right? These are the 3 we did. And you can see it's still kind of sticky and what have you, but they're dry and solid. So let's go for Mr. Jack-o'-lantern first. And when you're doing this, just have some patience with it. It will take a little bit of time to work it off, especially if it's a larger surface piece. Alright. Now either there just wasn't enough on there, or I waited too long to put some of the colors in, but it was not quite working for Mr. Pumpkin. Okay. Let's see. He still got all kinds of paper stuck to his butt. Okay. No. Okay. And now they're all off the wax paper, so let's do the does it stick test. Alright. Alright, sticky side, Mr. Pumpkin sticks to the wall. Yeah. Okay. Let's try it on the actual window, shall we? Let's see how these guys stick to the window, shall we? Alright. Wait, there. I know, I haven't seen. Alright, so final thoughts on using the slick and glow. It's basically the same thing, really. This just has glow pigments in it. But using the Tulip puffy paint stuff to do window clings, and oh, right. I was gonna do a demo on how you can use them as non-skin things too. So let's go back over here for a second. Do that. So if something was just on a regular surface, you can move it and yeah, it has more likelihood of coming off the window than it does of letting the thing that's on it move, because the surface remains kind of sticky. Alright, so when I did the test runs with the stars, I had a little bit of difficulty getting them off the wax paper, but like if you just kind of pull it continuously and work on it, it works pretty good. Of the three that I just did, the ghost came off the easiest, probably because it was all one application and there wasn't like a time lapse involved. The pumpkin, there were some gaps in the application that I didn't notice at the time, and there was a bit of time delay between colors for some of it, and it was a heavier application over a wider area, so that probably played a role in it not wanting to come off so easily. For the spider web, if I was doing it again, I'd probably make the strands thicker and or in multiple pieces so that you could just kind of fit it together, because as it was, it started off really easy and I could just peel it up. I I ended up having to break off the part that had the spider and a bit of the webbing, and this is the rest of it because it just got so tangled. And